Hello everyone and welcome to, I am sad to say, a new Journeyman series. It's been 3-4 weeks since I posted my last Albion Rovers video, and I've obviously come to start recording again. Looking forward to finishing the season. We had 6 games left and we were pushing for the playoffs in Division 2, not Europe like I said in my last episode, because that was just me being a numpty. And the game were corrupted, so it wouldn't load, and I tried the autosave backups and had the same fate. So unfortunately I couldn't load up my Albion Rovers save. However, on the plus side, one of the YouTubers I watch, my all-time favourite Football Manager YouTube, Lucky Doki, has created his own database, which includes so many different countries that weren't in the original database. So I thought I can start a new Journeyman and take advantage of this database. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So if you go to add and remove leagues, this is the extent. So we now have a lot of countries that weren't in there before, which opens up so many possibilities for me on this game. I'm now starting unemployed again, but the opportunity for jobs is just so much bigger than it was previously. I could end up in Luxembourg or Denmark or Sweden rather than Scotland or Wales, which is what I was getting offered previously. So it's kind of a downer that we've lost the Albion Rovers save. I know there were a few people that were enjoying it and I were doing quite well, and I were enjoying it myself, and it was good fun, and I'm looking forward to a transfer window to hopefully push us forward. But the light at the end of the tunnel and the saving grace, I suppose, is the fact that now we get to play with this much bigger database and create probably a much more interesting game, because the possibilities of where I can go with the Journeyman career are a lot bigger. So I'm actually looking forward to this one a lot more. Did like Albion Rovers, and I've developed a soft spot for them. I'm going to be looking out for the results this year in real life football, and hopefully they do well. Might even go up and catch a game. So if there's any Albion Rovers fans that watch my videos and you fancy a beer if I come up, let me know. But yeah, so I'm going to do what we did before. I've started unemployed. I'm gonna go and look for a job, so I'm not gonna bore you with an immense amount of data, because obviously you can see now there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of teams that I could be looking at. So I'll have a look at some available jobs, not international, because we're not doing that kind of stuff, and there's no point having reserves in there because we can't manage them. Obviously going to be looking at half star to 1 star. I'll see if any take me fancy. If anything comes up, I'll jump back on the video and update you with any kind of job offers I might get. So I will catch you sometime in the future. Right everyone, I just thought I'd pop back with a bit of an update. So I've applied for quite a few jobs, I've had a few interviews, some I've been turned down for, but I have been offered the Rodange job, the PK Gori job, and the Aberystwyth job. So that is a Welsh team, a Luxembourg team, and a Georgian team. Now, I've delayed them all for the minute because I didn't want to make a decision right now. But looking at this, the Georgian team does have the bigger reputation, so obviously if I go there, my reputation increases quicker. They've got a decent looking team. What reputation is the league? 168th. So let's have a look at the Luxembourg promotion. That's 224, so it's higher than that. Not gone too far. And the Welsh Premier. Oh, that's a higher reputation league. But a lower reputation team, and they are semi-professional. Too far again. They are professional, so they're a professional team as well. So that's also good. Rodange are amateur, so it's very low down. So I think I might rule out Rodange, which is a shame because I would like to go to Luxembourg. I did apply for a job at Wiltz, but I didn't get it. I had the interview, but I was unsuccessful. So I think I've narrowed it down to these two. I have applied for this job in Finland, so they're the same reputation as the one in Georgia, but the division is a much higher reputation. So I'm going to delay until that comes back, and then I think what I might do is, if I don't get the job in Finland, I think I'll take the job in Georgia. So I'll advance through. I've had the interview for this, so I'll advance through, see if they offer me the job. If they do, I'll come back, and if they don't, I'll take the Gory job and I'll come back then. So I'll catch you soon. So everyone, the day's come. I walked away from the Aberystwyth job and what was the other one that were 1-star? Oh, the Rodange job. I also had an offer from Mashakt, also in Georgia, which I turned down. So it's coming down to these two because they're both 1.5 star. My preferred destination was Finland for Kajani, and I'm very pleased to see that they've offered me the job. So let's have a bit of a nosy. It's not an old squad, which is good. They're 10th in the league, which is bottom after 17 games, and they are 8 points of safety. They've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 games to go. So, and they're on a tremendous losing streak. So we've got a lot of work on to save them. The hot prospect isn't too bad. The key player looks really good. Striker. Only played 3 games though. Why has he only played 3 games if he's a key player? They don't have a captain, which is weird. They apparently have a manager, even he's caretaker, obviously. Previous seasons, second division. So they must have gone up. Yeah, they've gone up last season from Group C into the first division. So if we do go down, it doesn't look like the leagues are loaded below that. So we may need to keep them up, otherwise we might find ourselves unemployed again. But they've offered us a £300 a week wage, a 1-year contract. That's probably because if they're relegated, they're unable to consider keeping us. That's because the leagues below that aren't loaded, so obviously the game can't keep us in the job. They want me to avoid relegation. Don't really have much of a transfer budget. I've got £3,500 a week wage budget, and I've got a wage rise if I get a top division promotion. But I get a wage drop if I get relegated, but they're going to sack me anyway. But I'll take this job. We'll have a look at the club, and then we'll move on. So I've been welcomed. I'm not going to do those meetings. We have transfer obligation. He's on loan. Looks quite good. Right midfielder, winger, 19. Not a bad player. Some good stats there. 4-star. Well, nearly 4-star. 3.5 star. Don't need to do that, and I don't need to do that. So I'm going to use my trusted downloaded tactic of TFF. I will put the link in the description for anyone that wants to try using that. And then let's have a look at the team. So goalkeeper would be Janti or Yanti. I shall defensive midfield. Why is this in a weird order? Right back, no one that stands out. He's got a better rating. Let's put him in. Central defender again, nobody that stands out. So let's go for Giordini. It'll have to be Vilgren because Hoffren is suspended, but I think Hoffren will be next. Left back, again, struggling, but he's got an higher rating so he can play there. Right winger will be the kid that's on loan, box-to-box midfielder, we don't have one of them either. So let's go for the highest rating. Left midfield, again, struggling. He's got a 3-star rating in that position though, so he can play there. Strikers, we've got one advanced forward there, and that's about it. Ibiyomi. So if we do stay up, there's going to be some work to be done in the transfer window. I don't know if the transfer window's open because I don't know what the rules are in Finland. Transfer window, November to August. Also, transfer window's open, so I could potentially sign some players. So I'll see what I can do before the first game of the season. See if I can bring anyone in, and if I can, I'll update you before we play that match. This first game's against Hifk. We're top of the league. Great, thanks for that. And 7th, so yeah, they're top of the league. What's their form like? Pretty damn good. They've already beat us 3-1 this season. Oh well, it's a good test. Familiarity's not too bad. They're competent at least. They're awkward on pressing intensity, but there's no real connections between the players, which is weird considering the 17 games into the season. But we've got work to do. I'll see what I can do in transfer window, see if I can bring anybody in for these places where we're a little bit shy, and then we will advance on to the first game against Hifk. See how we perform. That'll be the next video though. This one's probably already dragged due to the introduction and the job hunting. It's not been a particularly exciting episode, but stick with me. Hopefully we're going to take this team onto good things, keep them up this season and maybe push on next. Unfortunately we started halfway through, but I've got confidence in our abilities as a managerial team. So one thing before we leave, on the 15th of September I'll be hosting a charity live stream on Twitch where I'll be playing the new Borderlands 3 game from launch that weekend. I intend on doing a stream every day that week from launch, so starting Sunday going right through to the following weekend. First one is, like I said, on the Sunday, but it's 8 o'clock UK time, and I intend on doing one during the week at around about 5 o'clock in the evening UK time as well. I'm doing it to support the charity called Young Minds, who help to support young people with mental health issues and get them back on the right track. Mental health is a thing that affects a lot of people, whether they admit it or not. A lot of people don't seek help, and this charity is there to support young people that are suffering and help them manage the mental health issues and get through life the best they can. So yeah, I'll be doing those streams. The links for my Twitch channel and my Just Giving page will be in the description. The Just Giving page is set up so the money goes directly to Young Minds. It doesn't come through me at all, so you don't need to worry about, oh, small YouTuber, he may run off with the money we've donated. There's none of that. It goes straight through Just Giving and straight to Young Minds, so anything raised just goes directly to them. So even the smallest donation is appreciated. I've set an initial target of £100, which I've already managed to get to £40 of, so I'm over the moon with that. If we do get to the £100 mark, I will increase it to £250 and aim for that. I'll do some co-op games with anyone that wants to play along. For people who donate, they can then jump in and play with me. So if you feel like jumping in and watching that, then like I say, follow the links that's in the description. So thanks everyone for watching. I'm looking forward to this new Journeyman. I'm gutted that we lost the Albion Rovers one, but these things happen with computers, unfortunately. If you've enjoyed, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe, and feel free to send anyone that enjoys Football Manager content this way to have a look and check out my videos. I'd really appreciate if the channel grew. and I could start to do this more often. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.